What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counter Punch Boxing News. You know, the aftermath have begun, after the big fight between Manny Pacquiao, being 40 years old, the congressman, versus about billions, about business, Adrien the Problem Broner, and a lot of people had a lot to say about it, and Keith Thurman was no exception. Keith Thurman said he was trying to encourage Adrien Broner to get back that fight, the fight in the fighter that he once was when he was doing what he was doing when people were comparing him to Floyd Money Mayweather Jr. Okay, unfortunately that didn't happen, and the congressman whooped his ass. And according to Keith Thurman, how Keith Thurman said, well, Adrien Broner is not that fighter, and now I have to look at Broner. He's about bullshit. Yeah. That's what happens, when you have A and a B. You know what I'm saying? So, you get a lot of people. That's a lot of initials that people can use you as. But it was. I mean, you look at Adrien Broner. I will agree with Keith Thurman. Adrien Broner, he does the same shit. He talks a big game, like Keith Thurman said. Like Keith Thurman did say also, little boy cried wolf. Totally agree. Keep saying what you're gonna do. You're gonna do this. You're gonna do that. When the time comes, you don't do anything. You don't step it up. You don't hit the gas. You pull your punches. And then what's bad about it? He thinks he won. So I don't know. I think he's about bullshit, but I think it's a deeper meaning within that, honestly. I think the fight that he lost to, I honestly feel this. I feel that he wasn't able to right a wrong. Think about it, guys. Who was the first person that beat Adrien Broner? Well, officially, okay? A lot of people would argue, Ponce de Leon, and, the Granados fight. Palanaji, right? That was a close one. Jesse Vargas was a draw. A lot of people think Jesse beat him. I'm talking about the first fighter that beat him convincingly, officially, right? Marcos Maidana, El Chino. He didn't get that opportunity to fight Marcos again. Floyd stripped the opportunity for him to make amends. You never do that. Floyd should have fought Khan like the poll that he put up stated. Okay? Now that's real. Now a lot of people say, man, don't you leave Floyd alone? He's retired. I know Floyd's retired. But I'm going to tell you, Floyd Mayweather did a lot of bullshit to make himself look good, and didn't let other people shine. And that's a fact. And he did that while he knew that his light was shining out eventually. He could make all the money in the world, but he knew, I'm not going to go in there with certain fighters ever. Floyd would never go in there with somebody like Lara. No. That's like Pernell Whitaker versus Hurtado if he never would have knocked Hurtado out. You know what I mean? And this is going back. So you guys that know boxing, you'll know you'll understand the reference. But he'll never fight. He never would have fought Keith Thurman, the guy that, that we're talking about. But he knew that. But taking on someone like Marcos Maidana, someone slow, rugged, rough, tough, flat-footed, right? Come forward. He thought, oh, this is an easy fight, so I'm going to steal the opportunity from my quote-unquote baby brother and pretend like I'm doing it because of my baby brother. No, you did it for yourself. You did it to make yourself look good, to say, like, look, see, this is how you're supposed to do it, like I done it, since you're trying to be like me. And that's what Adrien Broner's downfall was, trying to be like someone that was truly selfish at the end. Because people are selfish, when sharing the limelight. People don't like to share the limelight, okay? And Adrien Broner was doing a lot. He was already a 4-time world champion at 24 years of age. And Floyd even came out and said, I think he should have waited, and this, that, and the other. Why would he do that? He shouldn't have waited. He's just doing what he's supposed to. He's successful. He was a successful young fighter. Young champion, young multi-champion, and that really affects you because now, after Marcos Maidana fought Floyd twice, he retired. You know what I mean? I would have been pissed if I'm Adrien Broner, because I'm like, I can beat that boy. I want him back in the ring. I'm about billions. I ain't about bullshit. You know, I want the fight. Instead of, you know, coming out and rushing out. You know, he got out of the ring, man. I was like, man, that's a sad. He looked like shit, Gary Coleman from Different Strokes. You know what I mean? You know, that got beat up by Gooch. Man, no, man, it was crazy. It was crazy, man. But but no, that I think that he lost his chance to get his revenge, you know. So since he never got that back, he's kind of stuck there psychologically. So, you know, now he wasn't able to grow as a fighter, because after his first loss, he wasn't able to avenge that loss. Okay, so when you're not able to do something and someone has stopped you from doing, I don't know if he realizes this, but Adrien Broner should sit down with someone that is a professional and allow that professional to pick his brain to see, like, why don't you fight like you're supposed to? And the thing about Adrien Broner, he's a tough kid. He can take it. He was taking those punches from Maidana. He got back up. He didn't get knocked out. He got beat up, but he didn't get knocked out. You know what I mean? So he proved that he was a tough fighter. Yeah, he took his loss, but he was not able to avenge his loss. So that was all over. That was altogether wrong for him in his mental right there. You know, and I think that's where it started and that's where it ends. And I think that's where people need to pick up. Like, listen, this is what, you know, and really sit down and talk to him. Actually, I heard another video talk about this, and it made a lot of sense too. You know, I just wanted to add to that also. But back to Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman was absolutely right. Adrien Broner, if he knows he has a mental problem, you know, the last thing you want to do is cry wolf or pretend that you are going to do all this and that and not honestly expressing or admitting to yourself that you got a problem. Something wrong with you upstairs. You used to throw a lot of punches. You got your ass whooped. You don't throw punches no more. It's like the less punches you throw, you think people won't hit you more. That's not how it works, Adrien. It don't work that way. You know, you punch a person less, they'll punch you less. No, they're going to punch you more and more, because they going to know he ain't punching me. He going to punch me or throw a punch every so often. I'm going to tee off on this bastard. I'm going to outwork him and beat his ass up and get me a check, get me a name under my belt, which is his, and go home. Right? So, no, man. But I absolutely agree with Keith Thurman, plus my counterpunch. You guys tell me what you think. Of course, please subscribe. You guys been counterpunched. Peace.